So I'm sure by now everybody knows that on Monday evening, Donald Trump did his little Twitter interview with Elon Musk, and of course that it was a complete and total disaster. Not only were there severe technical issues that caused a massive delay, caused a bunch of people to not be able to get into the interview, and then of course Elon was like, no, it was a DDoS attack, and no, it wasn't. He lied about that. Twitter's own staffers were like, yeah, that didn't actually happen. And Donald Trump was slurring and lisping his way through the entire interview. But it's not Trump's poor performance that really set off his spokesperson, Stephen Chung. Nope. It was the fact that Donald Trump was widely mocked by the Harris-Walz campaign. And after the event ended, the Harris-Walz campaign on Twitter released a statement that said, here is our statement on ... whatever that was. So right out of the gate, they're coming with a little bit of humor. And here's the statement they put out. Donald Trump's extremism and dangerous Project 2025 agenda is a feature, not a glitch, of his campaign, which was on full display for those unlucky enough to listen in tonight during whatever that was on X.com. Trump's entire campaign is in service of people like Elon Musk and himself, self-obsessed rich guys who will sell out the middle class and who cannot run a live stream in the year 2024. So, good hitting on them like a bunch of billionaires who will do nothing for the middle class. That's a good policy stance. Pointing out that these two morons can't even run a live stream in the year 2024. That's a fun little jab. And then, of course, whatever that was, I love that. But as I mentioned, Stephen Chung, one of Donald Trump's most outspoken spokespeople, didn't like it at all. So he responded to that post on X.com saying this: all these statements, yet nobody ever puts their name on them. Effing cowards. Yes, the statement from the Harris-Walz campaign didn't have anybody's name on it. Except, unless you count Harris and Walz, because their names were actually on the letterhead of the statement that they put out. So not only did you get yourself into a little profane tizzy there, Mr. Chung, you also didn't pay attention to the fact that the account that tweeted it was the Harris-Walz campaign. And then, of course, as I mentioned, their names were in the actual letterhead. So you didn't need a signature when the campaign says this is the official statement of our candidates. Okay? You don't have to sign it, but I will go ahead and add the fact that your biggest issue with their criticism is that nobody signed it. Yeah, that's how you know you're losing. You didn't try to refute anything they said. You didn't actually go out there and say, well, listen, this was Donald Trump. Yeah, he may have been speaking to a billionaire. He may be a billionaire himself, but he was talking to the people. He was talking to millions of people. Where were you? You were hiding. You could have said anything else. But instead you're like, why is there no signature at the bottom? I don't even know if this is real now. Oh, yeah, you lost the game. And to be honest, as much as we have talked recently about Donald Trump's failing presidential campaign, if this is the best your spokesperson can do, then yeah, it's no surprise that you're failing. This guy sucks at his job. And here's where the kicker. The HuffPost actually reached out because, they wanted to know, like, hey, why was Donald Trump speaking with a lisp throughout the entire thing? That's not how he normally talks. Like, what happened? And Chung responded in an email and said, his audio was fine. Maybe it's your fucking ears. Like, maybe it's your effing hearing, is what he said. So, like, this guy is pissed. He is so rattled. He is so off his game that all he can do is profanely shout at people who are just asking questions or just pointing out weird things. This campaign is toast. Like, I am firmly a believer at this point that Harris is obviously going to win in November. And with each passing day, watching this Trump campaign go down in flames, I become more and more convinced that not only are Harris and Walz going to win, but we could be looking at a pretty massive landslide at this point if you've got people like Stephen Chung running your campaign for you. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.